Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with my very first Kill a Kit with Style for November. And I will be documenting through the month of November my trip with my best friend and my kids out to the East Coast. We headed to Gettysburg and we were in Arlington in DC. So I am starting off today with this picture of me and my best friend and my kids in the car, ready to rock and roll and head out of town. So we have our Starbucks all lined up. We've already got some breakfast, gas, and we're ready to roll. So these are the things that I've pulled from my kit that I want to use on my layout. And I did a kit share earlier today or on the 1st, depending on when you see this. I'm posting it late and actually officially be going up on the 2nd, which is fine. It's fine. I'm not going to do a layout every day. I say that and then I probably will, but I'm not guaranteeing it. But I am going to I'd like to do at least 20 of the 40 to 45, 50 layouts that I'm doing for this trip done with you all. So I don't know if I'll use sketches very often. I know I've already created one with a sketch for a creative team. However, I don't know how often I will, but today there's no sketch. It's just me and my wild and crazy brain, which is why I have him-hawed back and forth with how big I wanted this space in the middle. So my background paper is from the Fernwood collection. Then the tan colored paper that I have matted, this stripy paper, that is from a color box, just cardstock solid paper. And I pulled that in because it's all neutrals like grays and tans and things, so it'll go pretty well with this collection. So I brought that and stuck it in my kit. So I matted this other piece of Fernwood, which is that stripy paper, and I matted that on. It's like a tan color. And so now I have matted my pictures on, I think I have double matted this, just one picture, not in pictures. I matted it on a grid paper that had a little red in it, and it's kind of like a peachy red. And then I matted it again on a teal. Both of those were from the 6x8 paper pad. I have put those scraps in my scrap. I have a bag. Oh, there it is. And I am determined to try and use as much of those as I can, including all of my branding strips. I just did a layout that you all will see on the 4th, and I used quite a few of the branding strips on that layout. Spoiler alert, that would be for the sketch that I did. So right here I am pulling in a scrap piece of paper from the 49 and Market collection that I have brought. It's just the papers. There's nothing else that goes with that 49 and Market. I had some papers left over from a kit that I got from Peacecraft Love, and so I brought, I think, 4 or 5 papers in because the colors work really well with the Fernwood. So far, that's all I have used from the 49 and Market, but this is my first layout. And so what I'll do at the end of the month is share all of my layouts and how I've used all of, or however much I use from the kit. And it's a pretty hefty kit. There's a lot of embellishments and quite a bit of paper, but I'm looking at doing like 40 to 50 layouts. So I went through all my pictures today and organized them. That was after I had finished this layout and one other. And so I'm pretty sure that we're going to be right there in the middle of that 45-ish, 46 layout, something like that. Just because some things I feel like this picture deserves its own page. There will be other pages, I will say, that will have multiple pictures. And I will do at least 1 or 2 of my videos with those because I don't always just document one picture on a page. I have created plenty of layouts with like 30 pictures, but they're small. And I will say that I've got to try and find a clever way that is appeasing to my eyes to do the monuments in Gettysburg because I have tons of pictures of all those monuments, and I just really wanted to document them. I mean, we took the time to take the pictures. I would like to document them, but I can't make just a whole book of those because I don't know enough about what they are to, like, be able to like journal or something about them. So I do want to create like a 2-page spread. So I may or may not do that on here. We'll just see if I can find some clever way or think of something in my crazy brain. So this beautiful day, which is what I've decided to title this, came from the Fernwood collection chipboard thickers. And I love those. It brings in a couple colors that aren't necessarily prevalent on this layout. However, it's majority of the layout is going to be this tealy color, but that background paper has some of the different shades of green, which is in that were beautiful. And so I'm perfectly fine with having those other colors. And I'm going to bring a little bit of that stuff in with all those embellishments over there on the left side as well as over on the right side. I have a drawer with some like acetate pieces that used to have stickers on them that I used to gather all my little embellishments. And the first one I pulled out was this itty bitty little small one. And instead of putting it back and getting a bigger one, I thought, oh, this is fine. I had to get another one. So crazy lady. So I have added a couple of different things. I think this one says something about chasing your dreams. This one up here says it's finally fall because we did go on fall break. And so I'm good with documenting that. Not that it's, this picture screams fall or anything. And I pulled this Flair from the Flair Hut collection. It's the geometric shapes. And I just got that in a box from Adam. And I was so excited because they've got the perfect color match for this collection. It's got the teals and like aqua colors, and there's a little yellow in there. So it was perfect for this layout. I do have some other Flair Hut Flair in my kit, but they're fall related, and I really was sticking mostly with this tealy color. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, anytime I document my best friend, I don't document with pink. I do my very best to steer clear of pink. Now, the Fernwood collection has some peachy, pinky-ish colors, and she's just going to have to be okay with that because, I mean, it's not like full-on pinky pink. It's like peachy pink. So anyway, so if you've watched me before and I've made a big deal about, like, I've colored in people's, like, little things on the page that were pink with a different color. Like, that's seriously ridiculous, but I don't care. I do whatever I can for her. But she's just going to have to deal with the peachy pinky color. So I'm going on these layouts. So anyway, I'm just adding some little circular things in different places because I have that flare up in the top right. I have that little yes sticker in the top left. And then I have the Bramble Fox Perspective globe, which of course is a circular feature. So I just was kind of giving myself a couple places for that. And then I have this Jolie's by You 3D heart that says Adventure Awaits, and I thought that was great. And it's got that minty green, which is in the beautiful up at the top. It's also kind of brought in with that background paper, but you can't really see it as much on camera, and I don't know. But now that I've brought it in with the heart, it's not like it's the only thing on that page, even if you can't pull it from that background paper. And then I put a couple little banners at the top, and that one that was black, I decided that I would outline it in a white jelly roll marker or pen because it wasn't going to stand out very well. But so I just outlined the bottom and the right side with that jelly roll so it would stand out a little bit better. And then I put this little, I think it says today up here. I did this yesterday, so and sometimes I will do these voiceovers with the layout right in front of me, but sometimes I don't. So when we do the close-up is when I'm like, oh yeah, it says this. So I put a few little dots of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive down, and these are from the Simple Stories Simple Country Harvest collection. Those 3 little flatback brad adhesive brads. And then I put a few more down here at the bottom. I got a couple little florals over there. And like I mentioned in my original layout share, or the kit share, my best friend's name is Bree, and my kiddos call her Bee. So I use bees occasionally when I scrapbook about her. So that was my list of layouts. I'm marking them off as I go so that I don't, miss something. And here's the little banners up at the top. Fill your life with joy. Of course, my family brings me lots of joy. And oh yes, I put that little sticker from the that's from Vicky Booten's Fernwood, says our story, and so is that little life sticker. So most everything came from that, except like the bee and some of those little hearts right there, and that little hello fall. Those all came from the Simple Stories collection. So that is my first layout. I hope that you all will continue on this fun adventure with me. I'm going to love reliving the memories from our trip that was just a month ago. So I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Have a fantastic day and happy scrapping.